Hey guys, welcome to the next video in my series. It will be over if statements. And so I've created a little grade sheet for a few people in a class. And we're going to go ahead and just determine what letter grade they get. So first we need to figure out what their overall class grade is. And we're going to do that by coming up with the average of their 3 tests. So as I showed in a previous video, to do that you just type in equals average, and then you select the 3 that you want to average. Okay, so Casey got an average of an 86, John got an average of a 72, and yeah, so that's all their averages. Now we can make a, actually let's go ahead and add another little cell, pass or fail, to just show one thing real quick. So for this you're able to just set equals, and now an if statement will take a value, compare it to whatever you want it to, and depending on whether it's true or false, it will spit out a given answer. So for this, let's say passing is, because of the grades that we have here, an 80. I know it's a really strict class. So we're able to type if. Now the first one is logical test, so we're going to check here, and if they got an 80 or above, then it's going to say pass. If they got below an 80, it's going to say fail. So to do that, we're going to set that cell greater than or equal to, and we'll put 80, greater than or equal to, just so that it, if it is 80, then it will be true. Then we hit comma. Now value if true. Now we want it to say pass if it is true, so we're going to put in quotes pass, capital P. That will say if it is true, it's going to put the word pass in cell F2. If it's false, we're going to say fail. Also in quotes. You have to do the quotes anytime you're putting in a bunch of letters rather than numbers. Okay, now we hit enter. So because 85.66 repeating is greater than 80, we're able to say that Casey passed. And then we'll go ahead and drag down. Okay, it looks like John, Zach, and Amanda all failed. Man, sucks to suck. Alright, so now let's say we want to assign a letter grade, and we'll just go with the normal letter grade system. So in order to do this, we're going to have to use what they call a nested if statement. So that means there's going to be an if statement within an if statement. So we'll go ahead and do one logical test. If it's true, we'll spit out a certain value. If it's false, then we'll go on to another if statement. So let's just jump in and I'll show you how that works. So we're going to compare it to the class grade again. So if that is greater than or equal to 90, we're going to give them an A. Okay. Now that we're here at the false, we're going to put another if statement in. We'll say if the class grade is greater than or equal to 80, we'll give them a B. And then let's just keep going until we get to D. Say if that is greater than or equal to 70. Oh, I actually forgot to put the quotes here. Boom. Oh. Quote B. Okay. So yeah, if it's greater than or equal to 70, say, give them a C, and let's just give them a D as well. If that greater than or equal to what is that, a 60? Yeah. Then we'll give them a D. Okay, so now you got to make sure you close all of these parentheses, and it's actually kind of convenient. They'll color code the parentheses for each level that you're at. So the smallest one is green, the next one is purple, then red, and then black. So now we'll put enter, and because Casey got an 86, she gets a B, and then we'll drag this down, and boom. Alright, so it looks like the only one that failed, or only one that got a D was Zach. So yeah, so to look at this, so what it's doing is coming in here and saying, okay, is this value greater than or equal to 90? Okay, so it's not. It's going to go to the next one. Is it greater than or equal to 80? So because the 90s have already been weeded out, all the ones that are greater than or equal to 80 are between 80 and 90 now. So that means we can give them a B. And then same for 70s. If there's anything that makes it to 70 that's still greater than 70, then it's already been, we already know that it's less than 80. So it'll just put out a C. So yeah, that's how that little formula works. And so you can put as many if statements in as you want. I mean, after a while it gets kind of repetitive, and there is a better way to do that. But you're able to check a couple different things within the if statement. So, and actually there is another formula you can throw in to check multiple conditional statements, and that is the AND function. Equals AND. So it's going to, let's say we want to see if this is greater than 60, comma, what's the next AND? We'll say this is greater than 80. So because we know this one definitely is greater than 60 and this one definitely is greater than 80, we can tell you that this one's going to be true, and it'll spit out a true. So what it's doing is making sure that both conditions you throw in are true, and if they both are true, then it'll spit out true. Another one is OR. So this one will check if one of them, you can put as many as you want, and if at least one of them is true, then it'll spit out true. So let's say this one greater than 60, and this one greater than 80. Even though only one of those is actually true, because it's an OR function, it'll still put out true. Now if neither one of them are true, say this one is, change this to 70, neither one of them are true, and now it says false. And then the last one that you want to use is not. So if it'll only spit out true if neither, or if nothing is true. So in this case we'll say, is that one greater than let's say 70. So because it's not true, it's going to put out true. Kind of confusing, kind of backwards on that one, but it's a good way to say, okay, I don't want this to happen. I'm going to see if it does happen, and if it doesn't, then I'll say true. It's kind of weird. Alright, well that's if statements and a few conditional functions that you can use within your if statements. So if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel, The Office Nerd, and I will see you in the next video.